So if you guys don't know, I blew something up inside of the transmission on the S14. I haven't actually broken anything on this car in a very long time at all, actually, from drifting. So this is the first mishap we've had with the car. I still don't know what it is. I'm speculating that it's the clutch assembly that just shattered and grenaded itself on track. If you haven't seen the video of the clutch blowing up, make sure you just go and watch that real fast and come back to this video. Before I do any work on the car, I think you guys already know that we pulled the transmission before our first of the 2 back-to-back drift events. So before OSW, we had the trans out because we had a bad throat bearing. I ordered a clutch from spec. They sent the wrong clutch, so I ended up putting the old setup back in the car. The old setup was a comp stage 4 clutch with a ultra lightweight flywheel, all comp stuff. Put it back in the car, grenaded itself. At least that's what I think happened. So now we have to pull the transmission once again. I'm not gonna record that. You guys just watched me pull the transmission less than 2 weeks ago. So I'm just gonna get this thing pulled out and we're gonna see what the damage is. I'm gonna disconnect the intercooler pipes, which are the couplers that hold it to the motor, so the motor can actually tilt and I can get the transmission out and have clearance, because last time the bell housing kept getting caught on the trans tunnel, and that, bro, if I'll tell you right now, that was the hardest job I've ever done on the car in my life. So this time, I'm praying by disconnecting the intercooler piping that it's 10 times easier. Also, another downside, that event had pits in like dust and dirt, so the car is super dirty. Also, I had a binding issue with the steering at the last event. So full lock, and I'll try to throw a clip in here. The steering wheel was fighting me like really bad at some points, and it was just like hard to drive. Not impossible, but it was just not fluid. I don't like that. I gotta figure out what that is. That's on the list as well. The main thing obviously right now, I gotta see what the heck happened. I'm gonna get this thing set up in the air, start disconnecting, getting some work done on it, and I'll see you guys when it's actually time to take the transmission out so y'all can see what damage we have. Hopefully it's not too bad. It's over. There's the drain plug. That's insane. Oh my God. I don't think the clutch assembly grenaded itself. I think the trans legit just went bye-bye. I have a feeling I'm gonna pull off the trans and the whole clutch assembly is still gonna be in perfect condition. Okay guys, so far I got the slave cylinder disconnected. I got the exhaust off, shifter out, drive shaft is out, what else? O2 sensors out. And I was going to disconnect the intercooler piping. That's the last thing I have to do before I can start hitting the bolts in the transmission bell housing and getting the trans pulled out. Today, the S14 is the gift that keeps on giving. So not only did we blow up our transmission, but we also blew up our turbo, at least the oil seals, because when I tell you there's oil everywhere, there's oil everywhere. That's filled with oil. This is actually, I'm gonna throw in pictures so you guys can really see, but so I don't know if you remember, if you did watch the actual driving video where the transmission blew up, the track day video, whatever, I mentioned that the car felt very weird and that the turbo was taking forever to kick in and it just felt like it was whatever. Also, second gear does not feel very powerful. I feel like I'm having to floor it for so long until I hit boost. That's probably because the turbo went bad. I don't even know how it happened. I've been pushing this thing for a while. The T25s, I don't know how reliable they are. It's been good to me so far until the last event, and it was just like, got a 2-in-1 here, guys. Transmission and turbo both blown up, same event. Nice. I popped the transmission out, and that was so much easier when I had the engine tilted with the intercooler piping out. Because before, when I tried to do it and I had the intercooler piping in, it did not want to do it. It did not want to come out. I kept hitting the top of the bell. I kept hitting the top of the bell housing. What did it say? Yeah, the bell housing, the top of it kept hitting the trans tunnel the first time I tried this with the intercooler piping in. So this time with it out, it was like literally so much easier because the engine actually tilts. Trans is out, and here is what it looks like inside of the bell housing. Splines are fine, throat bearing is fine. Clutch assembly is perfectly fine, and it's in perfect working condition. More chunks did come out as I was trying to put the plug back in. These are the pieces. It sucks. The car's gonna be down for, I'm assuming, a while. Stuff happens. It's funny though, because it's like transmission blew up and the turbo went bye-bye on the same day, and it was the one day where I had like all my family at the track. I don't know. Everything happens for a reason, so it's all good. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna clean up, and I'll see you guys another day. What I did do, I'll just update you guys on real fast. Also, if you don't know, I lost my hood prop. I have no idea where it went, so that just kind of sucks. Luckily, this is right here. I'm gonna borrow it. Alrighty, all the intercooler pipes are off and I put these gloves over it. the throttle body, the inlets and outlets for the intercooler, just to kind of keep stuff out of there. Covered up the turbo. The turbo has to come off. I haven't taken it off because the engine still has the water and water cooler as well as the oil inside of it. I'd have to drain it first because we have to pull the oil and coolant lines off the turbo. Honestly, I don't think it would make sense to stick T25, so I think I'll just go up to T28 since I have to replace the turbo anyway because T28's better, make a tad bit more power, and who doesn't want to take a T28 over a T25? That's the plan for right now with the turbo. So Z32 is looking like the best option as of now. Now, technically it's a cheaper option, but that doesn't mean it's cheap in general. It's gonna be expensive. So right now I'm just saving up and I'm doing a ton of small things in the car while I save up to buy the transmission and get all the work done and get the car back on the street. Also, we have a turbo that we have to buy. The car just needs so much work, man. It's crazy. The dash is out of the car. I'll show you guys right now. If you haven't seen the wiring on this car, I'll show you. It's a bit messy right now, but check it out. My tach doesn't work because the tach pickup is bad, so we might change that out too. This right here, that's the issue. You guys see all that loose wiring and the harnesses that are wrapped up and all shoved up in there. I want to change that out and clean it up a little bit. I don't have anything else to do as I wait and save up money for the transmission, so I'm just touching up the stuff that I never had time to touch up because we've been driving so much. I'm just kind of going over the little things that I just forget about completely and fixing them up as I go. Like I said, this little jungle back here, I want to fix that up, just make stuff a little bit more clean. Yeah, Luke's wiring is going to be so much better. I'm trying to make Luke's wiring really, really, really nice because this is not bad. It's not bad at all, but it's not perfect. Obviously I can do better. There's just so much kind of like extra wiring I could have just not had. This electrical tape is tacky. The different colors, like the different size wires. When I do Luke's car, or not when, because we're doing it right now. If you guys haven't seen Luke's video when we did the fuse and relay panel, so I created another one of these for Luke's car. The difference is he's gonna be key on. The keys are gonna activate all the relays instead of having individual switches for them. So if you want to see me make Luke's fuse and relay panel, go watch that video, and then you can come back here. God damn, this car just this car needs so much work, man. It's all good, it's all good. It's just I've been on this streak of driving and just like getting by, and I guess now is the time where the car's down, just gotta pick it up and do all the small things I haven't wanted to do for a long time. Anyway, that's the update on the car. You guys now know what happened to the transmission, what happened to the turbo. It's worse than I thought, way worse, but at least you guys know now. We have the plans kind of settled in place, just saving up. If you like this video, leave a like. If you're not subbed, you want to see more of the S14 and some drifting content, subscribe below. I'm gonna leave you guys with some B-roll. Thanks for watching, peace.